what kind of advice would you give young athletes who are up and coming in terms of recovery and getting stretch? Like, how beneficial has it been for you? So we are our second destination for the stretch tour, and we are in Kansas City, and look where we're at. We are at Sporting Kansas City, which is the professional soccer team here in Missouri, Kansas City. And we're visiting our graduate of the Performance Stretch System program, Khalid Jones. It's gonna be cool, so come check it out. I'm here with Khalid Jones, massage therapist for Sporting Kansas City and performance stretch therapist. And we're here at Khiry, who's one of the players. I guess you both can sort of talk to it, a topic of, any mobility things that you work on with Khiry, or like any areas of restrictions that you typically work on.
Yeah, so for me, like dealing with a lot of soccer players, they're constantly running all the time. So normally I like to like work with the feet, the calves, the hammies, just whole bunch of like lower body stuff. So normally like with Kai, I love like doing like his hammies because he's a workhorse. If you ever seen that game, it's like this guy is amazing. So that's just like a little something like that I like to do with the guys.
Cool. And what about you? What do you typically like do work on? Is it your hammy?
That's lower body.
Double calves, ankle mobility.
Yep. I'm very fast, so I'm very tight in a lot of areas. Fast twitch player, so gotta be a little loose, but I gotta remain tight most of the time.
Right.
So
the tension, needing the tension.
Yeah. So tightness here, my calves, my ankles.
Is that the lowest you can go to?
Yeah. Like literally, this is it.
So once I get a gauge, I just try to find like their stoppage point, just so like I don't like when I feel like the stoppage point, I make sure their opposite leg is not like raising up.
Mm-hmm.
But also like if I notice their leg is coming up, I'll push it down with my other foot. I stretch the leg around across the body. I like to do a little breathing stuff to help with that. So also like it's also important to coach them through it. So I want you to inhale, and then I exhale.
Being a fast twitch player, I need constant work. And before coming to this team, I didn't have enough work done. But when I came here, back Ali, it was pretty much 3 times a week. And then when I show up to the stadium, right before we go out, he works on me.
Here we go. Moment of truth. Easy. Tell us how you're feeling.
I could squat.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel?
An 8.
Oh,
Yeah, for the squat.
Oh, yeah.
This one down.
Wow. 3 or 4. Oh, I'm feeling good.
But Khalid, 1 to 10.
1 to 10? I mean, it's always a 10 for me. Honestly, I leave and I feel good. I feel really good. So I'll give him a 10.
One last question. What kind of advice would you give young athletes who are up and coming in terms of recovery and getting stretched? Like, how beneficial has it been for you that you would recommend it to others?
When I was younger, I hated stretching. I hated getting massages. I ended up getting a lot of injuries, picking up a lot of injuries. It's very key, especially if you're a fast player. I think all players should do it in general, but if you're a fast player, for sure, it's needed and you gotta do it. So.
Yeah.